Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video we're talking once again more on these Bungie layoffs. We have quite a few videos to talk about over here, and this is one of the more disgusting things to go and see. As you guys probably know, the entire industry as a whole has been going through some turmoil. Gaming just in general has been rough, and if you've seen, some of the bigger higher ups have made off like bandits. Bobby Kotick is a good example where that guy is walking off, it seems like, with hundreds of millions of dollars collectively throughout the years of him just being a CEO of Activision. Now, that company churns money, and at the end of the day, makes sense, I guess. But right now, a lot of people are calling out the, Bungie maker CEO over here, talking about this. I think more of just pure CEO. I'm not sure if he was actually from the original side, but either way, he was apparently blowing money like no one's business. And we're going to talk about this because it's kind of crazy. So if you guys have missed the news, Bungie did a massive wave of layoffs. Everyone is calling for like the retirement of Pete Parsons, and which is the CEO of Bungie, and people are just not happy. Like, people are very upset, and I'm sure there'll be even more blowback from this. So we're going to talk about the fact that the guy blew millions of dollars as soon as that PlayStation acquisition money hit that bank account, and the fact that people are just not happy, and rightfully so. We have all of our target links down below for the holiday season, so you guys want to check that out. And we also have the Twitter and Twitch room down below, and subscribe if you all are new, and I'd love to hear your thoughts because this is just crazy. Don't mind the hair, just what's going on. So as I mentioned, like, employees are calling this guy on out and talking about this, but I'll give you the article over here. But the big one is an ex-employee at Bungie who was laid off, like that was big layoff, calls on the Bungie CEO Pete Parsons to step down. And a lot of people, if you've seen like the Bungie tweet, everyone's like, bro, like, you are a scum. Mainly because they just were trying to get the final shape, that like Destiny expansion, all good, trying to make it solid, making sure that people like it. It went pretty well, very good reception, people enjoyed it. And at the end of the day, they still had a layoff. Now at this point, hundreds of people through multiple different waves of layoffs, and like, people are mad, people are upset about it. And it makes sense. Like, if you're a CEO, you're going to get like stock options, internal like private stock options, equity. If your company gets bought out, which Bungie did, and you're a C-suite like higher up, you probably are getting a pretty good payout if they're paying at a very good like valuation. And when Sony did buy it, it was more of a peak bull market, and gaming was more on the tippy top, especially off of post-COVID. So it makes sense of why they're getting the money, but it's more so of how the post reaction is. They make all this money, they blow this money on cars and expensive houses, and then their normal everyday employees are losing their jobs because it's, for some odd reason, the company is not profitable. And I think that's valid. Like, I get it, you earn it as a CEO, but like, bro. So Pete has supposedly bought a whopping 24 different cars. And I don't want to pocket watch. Like, if it's their money, I get it. Like, you can spend the money how you want. It's just how this whole situation goes. It's like your company is literally burning to the ground. You're laying off people, but at the end of the day, you're dropping millions of dollars just in cars alone. It's very dystopian. Now, once again, it's their money. There's equity stock that Sony bought out. Like, I get it. It's fine. But it's not fine on how everything on Bungie was shaping down. It's like someone not going down with the ship. They're the first ones on the lifeboat, and they're also at the same time as they're on their lifeboat, popping open some champagne bottles as the ship is sinking, and then they're just sipping, being like, goodbye, plebs, and hoping for the best. And this is partly, mostly people are refuting as the giant Sony payout from the acquisition. And then they also had Pete himself even go and private his Twitter account too as well. And this is rough. Like, he just, at this point, he's like, I'm out, boys, whatever, I'm out. And like, they're saying like he wouldn't take a pay cut to save his employees, spends too much time pushing rainbow propaganda, which I don't want to dive into. People are just saying it. They're saying like virtue signaler, and people are just making fun of him for kind of going underneath, like, I don't want to go on the wokeness side of it or whatever, but basically people are just not happy with the guy, saying like, we should have such a great community, but then fires everyone. Like, no matter what side you're on, he's just a hypocrite. He's not going down with the ship. He's just a scumbag. That's not, we don't have to bring politics into it. It's just the guy is kind of scum too as well. But anyway, a lot of people are mad. They're calling him cowards. He's in hiding, cook that fraud. I wonder why. And like I said, he apparently went and spent a bajillion different dollars on car auctions. As you guys can kind of go and see, 80, 91,000. I mean, these are nice cars. If I was rich, I'm buying some. I get it, but like, bro, I wouldn't be able to sleep at night if I'm laying off all my employees, and like there's so much stress and people are worried about going to work when they're doing this. I mean, like, I get it. Like, the Porsche's cool. Would ever buy this old 96 Ford? It looks nice for 80 grand. No. But like, these are apparently all the deals that the guy went and bought, like buying bikes and stuff. I do want to say, it's his money at the end of the day. I get it. Like, you can't really stop someone from spending their money. If they're working a CEO position, they make more money than other people. Like, I get it. But it's just the time, the place, the vibe. Your company needs like a good restructuring. And at that point, does he deserve extra stock options? Does he deserve to have a huge CEO pay? Like, I mean, like, dude, I wish I had a nice 65 Chevy Corvette. That looks insane. Like, that looks cool. Like, I'll be honest, like, these look nice. I'm jealous. Not jealous enough that I feel bad about like the fact that these scumbag, but like, I mean, I like the cars. They're nice, but some are also just absolute junk. Like, do you really need to have this many cars? Like, when your company at this point is very rocky. Now, it's still making money. Still, people are still playing Destiny. They like the expansion, but like, dude, I've saw so much turmoil from users, employees, and people working here, and like, it just sucks. So like, now in the wake of this and the layoffs, quite a few employees who were laid off, along with them other members of the game industry, have taken to social media to kind of call this out. And I may make a more in-depth video tomorrow, but like, a lot of people, dude, like a lot of people are just sad about it, man. Someone's even saying like, there's nothing I could have done to not be laid off. And we'll do a little more of a deep dive probably tomorrow morning. So if you guys want to subscribe, you guys can. But like, it just sucks. Because like I said, some people are like, you just wouldn't take the pay cut to save your employee. And I've always put a lot of respect on things like Nintendo, where those companies will be like, I'm not making more money. I'll get paid $1. Like, give me equity, that's fine. Give me $1 salary to make sure no one else gets fired or a pay cut. And say what you want, but that's, to me, very respectful. CEOs kind of be the head of the company. They got to make sure the company is making money. And if they're not, then what are you doing? What are you doing? And I mean, that does kind of mean that Sony does seem like it's stepping in more to do a more hands-on approach with Bungie. This might have been their final straw. Might have been the end of the curtain or whatever. But it just sucks. Like, a lot of people are just sucks. Like, some people are calling him a virtue signaler, which, like I said, I don't want to dive into too much into. But like, yeah, look, if he thinks he's got it bad, he should try talking to all these people whose livelihoods were upended after they just busted their booties to put out the best content Destiny has ever had, precisely when he needed it the most. And I think that, or all the other stuff might be some personal stuff, whatever, but that comment right there sums it up. Like, I couldn't be a CEO dropping millions of dollars as my company's faltering. That's all I can have to go and say. Shout out to the actual workers who got fired. I apologize. More news tomorrow. Subscribe if you guys are new. We have the Twitter links down below. All the Target links as well for the holiday season sale. #ad. And I appreciate y'all for watching.